Hey, we're here with Ben from Team Orion. Just got first place at his OTS. Do you want to show us your deck?
Yeah, so I was on Lab. I think it's just one of the best decks right now to play. I'm on 3 Ariana because it's just the best card. You want to draw it every game, and it just fixes your bad hands. I was on 1 Ariane, so most people don't play it, but it's just nice to have to make Baguska or go into when you just want an extra draw and need to kill them quickly. So it was alright, and it just mostly was just sided out all day because I just had better cards to play. 3 Arias, I think if you're playing less than 3, you just want to lose. You just win if you open it or Trap Trick or it and Daruma. It's just a good card to have. Furniture, just 3 Chandra, 3 Stove and Clock. Just standard Furniture Lab, and Lovely and Lady. She stayed out my hand all day, thank God. Otherwise, wouldn't have gone as well as I think it would have. And onto the traps, we've got obviously 3 Big Welcome and 3 Welcome. I was originally on 1, but just having the 3rd just wins the mirror and also just grind games really hard with the field spell. And yeah, I don't think I'd change it. Just good to have as much engine as you can, especially because I'm on 43 cards now. So you just really need to see engine. 3 extra, I think normally I wouldn't play it, but I think just baiting the Ash just is really nice now that you have to worry about impulse as well. 3 Perulia, I think these should be Fuelos, but honestly I think Perulia is better right now for Lab because you've got Fire King and Voiceless, and other decks are starting to play around Fuelos a bit too much, and Perulia's just covers that as well. And 3 Impulse because we're Lab and it's the best card of the format, just stops so much and lets you actually deal with Snake Eyes as Amina now. And 3 Imperm because it doesn't play into talents or anything like that. We're on 3 Trap Trick. It is just extra copies of Dim Barrier, Daruma, Impulse, Engine, just anything you need it to be really. And I think you do just have to play it. 3 Daruma and 2 Rollback. And Rollback's there just because it beats 10 pie.
Do you want me to leave it on?
It's alright. Rollback just beats Tempai. You can Trap Trick into it, so it just wins that matchup outright. And it won me a fair few games on its own, so I think it's nice. I'm not on the Equation Cannon, which I've seen people play in Furniture Lab, because I think it does just lose to Rogue too much, and I think that having the extra deck options is really nice. So 3 Muckracker because it just is really nice to have into Tempai as well. Chaos Angel and Typhon. You just on extra, you just have to play as many as you can. I'm on Clara and SP. Now Clara's really good to make Ariana into SP because it gives it the banish, but also it's really good into There Can Be Only One, where you start Ariana, because you can go main 2, make this, and now you're not locked into Fiends, so you can Big Welcome into Lovely to pop the Tikaboo, which is nice. Because we're on Ariane, we have to play 2 Baguska, because just wins if it stays on field. And it wastes so many resources trying to out it to make an SP, that you just win from there. Underworld Goddess and Dark didn't make them the whole day, but I think just having the option to into matchups where you need them is really nice. On to this side deck. We're on Bestials, so Magnum Worm, just never sided them in, apart from the Melodious matchup, but it was alright. It won me a game there, but it was just a weird one. I think just having the option to use this to make Chaos Angel is just really nice. Sphere mode, I think it's better than Nib, because into U-Bell, into Snake Eyes, just into any deck going second. Sphere mode just clears, and you just win if you draw it. Nothing more to be said. We're on 3 draw. I didn't draw it all day. Can't say how good it was, but honestly, I think this would be what I would cut for Perulia, and then main deck the Foolos from now on. 3 Cosmic, it's just really insane if you draw it into Centurion, Tempai, or any deck. And the mandatory unfun cards of Dimensional Barrier and Different Dimension Ground, because we're Lab and we can just cheese them out every turn. So yeah,
So,
that's Lab.
apart from what you mentioned before, is there anything else you would have changed?
I think I would definitely add a second SP in place of a Baguska, because the amount of times you're drawing Ariane versus wanting to make SP, you would just rather have the second SP and just play Foolos because it's a turn skip. I think I would toy around with cutting Extrav, but it overperformed for me on that day, so I think I'd keep it in for now. But yeah.
Fantastic. So that's Ben's Undefeated Lab deck profile.